Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all this morning? So it's Sunday morning, going in on a day shift today. Got a lot of work to do, but you know, paperwork, that'll be okay. I think I'm gonna get caught up in some cleanup and move around and straighten up and organize stuff too. So we'll see how that goes. But that's okay too. All part of it sometime. So it's Sunday, and as Big D would say, it is Spicy Sunday. So we're going to do it a little bit different today, but that's okay. So we're going to use our Starling Spice soap, which is not that much different. It's the classic Old Spice scent, you know, style scent. It might not be exactly the Old Spice, but it's that scent type. Really nice, as a matter of fact. We're going to use the 1305 Smog brush, which is going to work out really well. It's soaking in some water. And I got to thinking, it's been a little while since I broke out this little case. This is where I keep my Starling. JR put that together for me, and when he had we did a pass around with the Starling after I was giving it, and we're going to use the Starling today with the open comb plate, because I like open comb razors. I do. Now, once again, I saw a post the other day on one of the forums talking about that open comb razors were more prone to be aggressive, and they were more prone to bite and all this kind of stuff. It's just not true. There's nothing inherently monstrous about an open comb razor. It's just another guard bar. I like open comb razors. Some of my favorites are open comb, but it's not like it turns them into a monster or anything, being an open comb razor. So loading the Starling is fairly easy. They've got these little bumps on the bottom plate here, and you line up the little indents in the side of the blade, and then you put the top cap over that and make sure everything kind of stays in place. And then you screw the handle on. Now, this is a lightweight aluminum machined razor, and I let everything move around and get out of place, so we're going to have to go back, and because you want to be sure everything is lying nice and flat when you put this thing together. And for some reason this morning, there we go, I'm a butterfinger. But anyway, there we go. Everything, no, I don't have it yet. I don't know. I'm not firing all cylinders this morning, apparently. This is not that hard to do. I've done it a million times. Well, maybe not a million times, but I've done it a few times. Alrighty, that looks good. Put the top on. Yeah, there we go. Third time's a charm. I don't know, it's usually not that hard. But anyway, so this is the Phoenix Shaving Starling. And really not a bad razor. Yeah, newfangled thingies, you know how it is with newfangled thingies. Well, we're gonna need some more coffee to get started this morning, I'm telling you. Alrighty, well, I noticed right away, hold that thought. Once again, we want to talk to that prop boy, but at least I did laundry the other day. All right. So for an aftershave today, we do have something a little different. I have been cruising around online the other day and saw some Lustry Spice, and I've already got Lustry Coachman, which is Pinot Clubman. They're made by the same people and everything. Also, I saw yesterday where there is, I think it's at clubman.com. I'd have to look that up. They got a half price sale going on the Clubman aftershave. But anyway, so I picked up the Lustry Spice. Now, it's not a spice like Old Spice. It's a spice more like a, you know, like a bay rum type spice. It's not a bay rum, but it's they have a bay rum, but it is a bay rum heavy type of spice. So we're going to use that for Spicy Sunday, along with our Sterling Spice soap. Should be really good. And yeah, we're just shaving a day's growth. You can see there, it's not really all that big a deal. But got to clean up and go to work. Go out and pay a few bills. Always a good thing to do. All right. No secrets to lathering the Sterling. It's a really good lathering soap. It basically lathers itself. Start with a damp brush, not too wet. Build the soap on the brush. Get it as a pasty thing. And start adding a little water as you face lather. All right, boy, it smells good. Nothing wrong with a good smelling soap. Now, scent has nothing to do with performance, but I'm not saying that there's anything bad about scent in the soap. There's not. All right, that ought to be plenty of soap for this here adventure. Oh yeah, that's gonna work good. Get rid of the old reading glasses. Be interesting to see when I go to the eye doctor for my yearly appointment in a couple of months. Be interested to see how much my eyes have changed. I feel like this year, for some reason, they've changed a fair amount. But we're going to see what the doctor says. All right, boy. Sterling soaps are really, really nice. They're easy to lather. They have a great face feel. Nothing to it. All right, there we go. Matter of fact, we can actually thin that out a little bit. Add just a touch of water to the base of the brush, and it just keeps getting better and better. Don't add too much. One, you'll be slinging lather all over the place and making a mess, and nobody wants that. And two, you just don't need it. All right, that's a great lather going there. Got the starring all tightened down, everything lined up. I am a solid vintage loving person, but some of the newfangled thingies aren't that bad. They get the job done. The starring falls into that. I mean, it's a face hoe. I mean, look at that, like a garden hoe, like you go out, you know, and hoe around your tomatoes or something. So it's definitely a face hoe. But it holds the blade tight where you can get a good angle and pressure. And razor's a razor. Uses the, like we were showing, it uses the traditional single edge blade. It's not a shade razor. I don't have anything against shade razors particularly, but this is just not one. And I find that I have to pay a little more attention to keep a good shallow angle. This one, for some reason, I tend to want to get a steep angle. And I'm not sure why, but I do. I definitely would blame that on me, not the razor. But as you saw, I was even able to go actually against the grain under the chin there. Works out really good, no issues. No irritation so far for those that like to keep up with the irritation count. It's 0. But I can give us another round of Sterling soap here. I see in the mirror there, Miss Luna piled up on the bed napping. I think she wanted to stay out a little longer this morning on her walk, but we didn't get to. Alrighty. Nothing wrong with the way the Starling shaves. Starling, I'll get it right, third try. Very laid back, 4 o'clock in the morning shave. I'm okay with that. Got a new treat blade in. I'm going to pick up some of the CVS blades. I haven't tried them in a while. They're the carbon steel, not carbon steel, they're the stainless steel blades. I'm not as big a fan of stainless steel blades as I am carbon. I think they're rough to start with. But I'm going to pick some up and give them a try and see how they're doing these days. I was at CVS the other day and noticed they still carry them. I guess I ought to buy some every once in a while just to, you know, support the company so they'll keep putting them out there. My thing is I can go buy treats local. I can just swing by the store and pick up the treats either in the 5-blade or the 10-blade. It's hard for me to buy something else when I can get treat blades. Now if I could get the old Pile Supers, I'd be even happier. Those were the ones that had the blue coating on them. Love the Pile Supers. Did they particularly perform any better? Probably not. Blade's a blade. But I did love those blades. You talk about smooth. All right, let's get all the old lather off here. Make sure we get the lather up from behind our ears. That way Jill won't get mad at us for leaving lather behind our ears. And we've got a beautiful shave going on, nice and smooth. We're going to finish up with some witch hazel here, which is how we normally do it. All right. We can come up here. You can see the angle with the we use here. It's a very shallow angle, easy to get. Like I said, for some reason, I don't know why, I tend to like to run the Starling a little too steep, and if you do that, you're definitely going to give yourself irritation. So be sure to keep a light pressure, run a real easy angle, and everything will be fine. So there it is, another shave with the Starling. If you're thinking about getting one, go ahead. Nothing wrong with it. You know, it's not a vintage razor, and to me, it's not as much fun as a vintage razor. Does it do the job? Absolutely. And it does a good job, actually. All right. We're going to splash on a little of this Lustry Spice. Like I said, it's not a bay rum, but it is a bay rum style spice. And they've got some others that I was looking at. I'm going to have to pick up a few other bottles and get me a few more and see what they're like. There's some of them I'm really not interested in, but there's a few that I want to try out. All right, there we go. So it is definitely a barbershopy smell, a nice older guy smell with that bay rum spice base to it. It's very refreshing, very nice, especially early in the morning. So there we go. All there is to it for this morning. We're not really running wide open right yet. We'll get there. But we haven't made it yet. Kind of low key this morning. All right, well, y'all have a good day. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing. Happy shaves to you.